Alright, so here's a second video of my spark plug stuff. So I'm going to use this Harbor Freight meter. I usually use these, but we'll just use this. We'll keep it basic. So there's two tests I do on a spark plug. Inside this spark plug, it's a resistor. So you have two elements, positive and a negative, on a spark plug. This is all common sense stuff, but some may not know this stuff. So the ground is from here to here. Get it kind of in the view. It grounds through the threads, and where it gets most of it is through this piece here, which gets sandwiched against the block. This is why it's important to have a ground on your engine block, is because you got a lot of different grounds on there. Even though it has some natural ways to ground, it even will use a shifter cable. I know because I had electrical fire, and every ground element was catching on fire, and it happened to be my shifter cable. I have a B&M ratchet. It doesn't matter. There's a lot of things that make grounds, but the key is, I'm trying to pull this up here, is to have good grounds. One of the best thing is improving your ground straps, obviously, on your block to your firewall, block to the frame, alternator to the battery, all that kind of stuff. That's normal ways to do it. I do big power stuff, but most of it's CB radius. So we're just going to go with the spark plugs I normally run, which we're going to use the 44s. I have the 45s. So with AC Delco, you got the 43s, that's your coldest plug, 44, that's your medium heat, and 45s are your hot plugs. That's basically the three. So the 45s, 44s, the resistor ohm rating is from 2,000 to 12,000. So that's going from this to this tip. Now there's a coating I mentioned before. It's literally on this tip. It's around the side. Where it's bare is on top. So I see a lot of people use bench steel wheel things and all that, and they grind in here. Well, you could take coating off, and then that can cause it to arc to the case, things like that. So if it's correct, which I'll show you on the meter, you'll see when I touch this this tip here, I'll touch the side, and it won't get any reading. It'll get it right on the end where the metal is exposed. But that's the other way I check. So first thing is, this is this one. Check for ground. So believe it or not, before you clean them or after you clean them, it can get so much buildup on this strap that it actually won't conduct. So to do the test, I'm going to use this meter to lift it up for you. Where is it? Right here. All you do is the body to the strap. So that's, now you know you cleaned it. The ground strap is working. So you can also, you can't take this on your positive side because it's a resistor, so it won't show up. But you can go through on all these to check your grounds. That's one thing I quickly do. That's a quick test. I mean, most of the time you can see it. If you got like a ton of carbon, whatever. So that's good on that one. Next one's going to be ohms. So I don't know if it's going to show on the screen. Let's try. Maybe. Yeah, we'll have it sideways. So I'm going to try to do this on here. It really doesn't matter which way your probes go. So you want to go to the tip. Where is it? Right. I think it's out of view. Let's get it in view. You're going to go to tip to tip. And then you have to make sure you get on that tip. See how it bounces around here. I'm having trouble doing it with the camera. Right in my way. Here it is. So this one is 6,500. So it's supposed to be between 2 and 12,000. Let's see what the next one is. 1,000, or just 10,000. So there's a chicken dinner. So this one is a real pain to read, but that's what happens. Flip this over here. Let's try it this way. So another 10,000. So you get what I'm getting at. You just touch them both. The grounds don't matter because this is not grounded, so it's not like it's. If it was grounded, you don't want to touch the strap. You just want to go on the tip. But this is not being grounded against the circuit, so it's nothing. So this one is what, 570, 580, somewhere in there. So that's 5,000. So that's how you do it with that meter. Now I got another fun toy I'll do on the next video. I got a plug tester, so that'll be the next one coming up. This is a real quick one.